when you have your site basically built and you have your basic on-page SEO done and you're ready for Google to notice the site and you're ready to go ahead and sign up on Webmaster Tools, once that's been done, the next thing you want to do is to submit a sitemap. Now this is a special file that lists all of the pages on your site, or at least all the pages you want Google to look at on your site. And then once that's done, it also, if you have an automated process, can watch your pages, and as your pages change, then Google will be notified of those changes. It will use your sitemap as its guide to look through and make sure that it has taken a look at all of your pages on your site. So very, very important. It's also one of the requirements for a well-designed site, for a good code site. They want to make sure that you have all of those proper elements in place. One of those elements is an XML sitemap. Now if you have a regular style web page, you can use different online services to do this. Here's an example over here. Just do a type in sitemaps, and there's a site called Xml Sitemaps that allows you to create a sitemap right online, and then simply put it into the root folder of your website and upload it from there, and then let Google know what the address is of that sitemap, and they'll then go through and use that and take a look at all the pages in there. You may need to then go back and manually adjust new pages and so forth, but it's a pretty straightforward process. You can find out more about that right here. What are sitemaps? Very good in-depth discussion about how sitemaps are arranged and built, and how you can go through and work with the content of a sitemap. So again, very, very good discussion in here inside of Webmaster Tools. Now if you're using a program like WordPress to build a site, there is a great plugin you can get for WordPress. Let me see if we can just get back to our section here, our plugins, and install plugins. There we go. And if we scroll down, we'll find one that I recommend. Here it is, Google XML Sitemaps. Now what this does is it automatically builds a sitemap for you and places it in the correct location inside of the structure of your WordPress website, and then you can simply give that address to Google. Let's see if we can find where this is hiding. I think it's right there. We go. And we'll bring this one up, and here it is. Here's the sitemap. Basic information about that sitemap. A lot of things you can come in here and you can make all kinds of adjustments on this if you want to. And then once that's done, you can get the address for that sitemap and then upload that right up to, or at least tell Google about that location. Notice here this will notify Google about updates to your blog, so that means that this is going to be automatically adjusting or updating that sitemap. Same thing for Bing. And you can add the sitemap URL to the virtual robots text file. So WordPress will be making our robots text file for us, and this will then add that into the robots text file. So very, very useful tool. Let me just show you that again here. Go to our installed plugins, and if you want to go ahead and find that one, it's Google XML Sitemaps. Just go to Add New, do a search for that, and just let it go ahead and build that for you. Very, very useful tool, very easy to do if you're working with a WordPress style website. One of the reasons why I like WordPress are a lot of these little automated tools to save you all kinds of time. So there you go, a couple of options, but the important thing is that you need to have a sitemap one way or the other to list here on Google, so that Google Webmaster Tools knows which page to look at inside of your website. I've just brought up a standard XML sitemap here. This happens to be one for howtogurus.com, but it shows you the basic structure. It's pretty easy to see, and this is what you'll get if you use one of those online tools for creating your sitemap. You'll simply give them your base URL. It's then going to follow through all the links on your site and make one of these things for every single link. Now if I put a little bit of space in here, you can see what's going on. I'll just do that. There we go. Each page gets its own little section just like this. There's the URL, opening and closing tags. Location tag, that's the actual URL address right there. The last modification date right in here, this, if you're just running one of those programs, that will be the date. It'll go through and give you that program. The change frequency, how often the page is changed, and the priority. You can set a priority in here if you want to. In most cases, it's not really that necessary. You can even leave that off and you'll be okay. But every single page in your site will get one of these sections just like that. Now, if you are going through and just making adjustments to one or two pages, you can easily open up the XML sitemap. You can open it up in a regular text browser if you want to, or text program like Notepad or something. I have this one opened up in Dreamweaver. Any web design program should be able to open up an XML file just fine. And there is no non-code view. As you can see, it's just a code file. If you make some adjustments, all you have to do is just come in here and adjust the date. Let's say I redid this thing on May 5th, on this, it's the 16th rather, on May 16th in 2:14. Just change that date. So the date layout here is year, and then month, and then day. So that's all you have to do. And that's all that this really does, is it simply goes through and makes a note of all of the pages in your site and the date that they were last modified. That's all you really have to do to update this. Now, if you're doing a lot of updating on your site, simply go back to one of the online tools and let it redo or recreate a new XML sitemap for you, so that then just upload that overriding your existing sitemap. So there you go. Let's look at the inside of one of these things. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it useful. If you liked this video, please click on the like button below to let others know. You can subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button so you don't miss out any of my future videos. I'm frequently uploading new training videos, so you don't want to miss out on any of that new content. Don't forget to check out my websites. My blog is at georgepearson.com and my DVD training is at howtogurus.com. You can share this video with your friends and coworkers. Simply click on share and then click on the social media buttons. Feel free to comment on my videos. I try to answer all of my comments quickly. And finally, you can get my free ebook on how to become a YouTube success. It's called Break Into YouTube's Top 20, and there is the link. Thanks again for watching.